Fenton Area Public Schools, learning today, leading tomorrow. The need for new facilities. If we're going to continue to provide the best learning environment for our students, we must begin to prepare for the future.
Last fall, Fenton Area Public Schools had the highest growth rate in Genesee County. This school year, enrollment has reached 3,346 students, an increase of more than 150 students in 1 year. As a result, we now have exceeded the design capacity in all of our existing buildings. The community's commitment to its school system in the past is reflected today in the Fenton Area Public Schools' outstanding reputation for educational excellence. And it is precisely the high quality of education that keeps families here generation after generation and what attracts new families to our community. Now it's time once again for our community to make the commitment to meet the changing needs of a growing school district.
Population projections indicate that Fenton Area Public Schools will continue to grow by 75 to 100 students a year for the next 3 years.
Fenton Middle School was built to house 600 students, and right now we have 760 kids here where I teach. As a result, every classroom in the building is used each hour of the school day, so I'm forced to move my materials from room to room between class periods. This wastes important time and it impacts my ability to teach.
At Fenton Area Public Schools, we're planning for tomorrow.
If we're going to continue to provide the best learning environment for our students, we must begin to prepare for the future. To accomplish this, we need to construct a new middle school and build additional classrooms at the high school. At the same time, we need more locker room facilities for an increasing number of female athletes. In 1969, there were just 3 athletic programs available for female participants. Today, Fenton High School fields 10 varsity girls teams. In addition, we need to build new multi-purpose rooms at each of our elementary schools to accommodate the growing number of students, as well as provide facilities for a variety of community activities.
The need for new technology. At Fenton Area Public Schools, we must also invest in new technology and develop new tools for learning. In the world of continual technical advancements, one of the challenges facing Fenton Area Public Schools is the need for new computer and science labs to attain a competitive learning position.
Access to state-of-the-art technology would give my students a significant advantage in preparing for college and employment. Unfortunately, the Fenton schools lag far behind other area schools in technology. To meet the new standards in education, our students need broad access to information systems, databases, and global communication networks. Catching up will require a substantial investment in new computer equipment. Our students will be required to be computer literate to live and work effectively in the new millennium.
A tough assignment for any school district to meet, but exactly the kind of challenge we welcome, because it gives us the opportunity to develop the curriculum and match the resources to meet our students' educational priorities.
In the classes I teach, research is an important part of each assignment. In writing good papers, access to current information is essential. Books and magazines are helpful, but there is so much more information available to students when they can access the internet. Some say the world is getting smaller. Ours just keeps getting larger. The students I work with are very excited about being able to do research on topics they are writing about. They realize that access to the internet allows them to discover unbiased, hard-hitting analysis, insightful commentary, and sound evaluations on which to base their reports.
For Fenton Area Public Schools, the installation of new technology in the classroom will mean the difference between being isolated and being in the mainstream. It will remove the boundaries of distance and space. It will allow our students to compete in a global society.
Using proceeds from the sinking fund with volunteer help from FenNet, the district wired all buildings with fiber optic cable for access to GenNet. So many possibilities are being created by technology that will soon enhance both teaching and learning. We have the system to bring these educational resources into each of our buildings. Now, all we need are the computers and hardware to teach and learn.
The need to refurbish our buildings. At Fenton Area Public Schools, we're planning for tomorrow. Our commitment to meet the needs of an increasing number of students during the next few years and beyond explains our plans to refurbish many of our classrooms, science labs, and the high school auditorium.
The challenge Fenton Area Public Schools face is not unique. We know what we need to do. We know how to do it. In fact, it's already planned and designed. But as with many school districts, the funding to do it is the real challenge. Constructing new buildings and additions, installing new technology, and refurbishing existing facilities are our top priorities. The money will be used for construction of a new 7th and 8th grade middle school across from the high school, an addition of 8 to 10 new classrooms and new physical education facilities at the high school, new multi-purpose rooms at each of the elementary school buildings, installation of new technology throughout the district, and refurbishing existing facilities to meet code and extend their useful life into the next century. We also need to upgrade much of the original heating, ventilating, and mechanical systems in our school buildings. At Fenton Area Public Schools, we're committed to meeting the educational needs of an increasing number of students during the next several years.
The importance of maintaining an outstanding school system should not be underestimated. Good schools have a positive influence on the quality of life in the community and directly impact property values. My clients are more concerned than ever about the quality of schools when looking for a new home.
Recently, I came across some old photographs of the construction of the high school on Adelaide Street, taken at the turn of the century. My favorite among them is a shot of a group of townspeople dressed in work clothes, tools in hand, standing on the stairs of the partially constructed building. To me, this photograph captures one of the keystones of our 100-year-old tradition of academic excellence here in Fenton. It depicts the special partnership that exists between the residents of the community and their school district. Together, we must be just as committed to providing a good education for our children as our grandparents were 50 years ago.
The responsibility for the education of our children belongs to everyone in the community. Fenton Area Public Schools, learning today, leading tomorrow.